Quins too. Yes.
Are we going to expect the same? Are we going to expect the same in the second match?
Yeah, definitely, man. These two teams have got a rivalry. I mean, they've contested for championships many years ago. By the way, Quins have got a new coach, a new technical bench. Some players who are playing in France at the repechage are also back, so it's going to be a very competitive game. I think this is a game which
Quins too. Yes. Are we going to expect the same? Are we going to expect the same the second match?
Definitely.
Impala right now.
Mean Machine just have to play to the structures. Play that unstructured kind of rugby. Don't let Impala go into a rhythm of scoring 3s, 5s, 3, 5s. Make the game very close. Contest the breakdowns, contest the scrums, contest the lineouts. When you get into the red zone, get your 3 points, get your 5 points, be clinical. Because if Impala start building up a lead, then it could be a very long day for Mean Machine.
For you, what has been ticking for Impala these past 3 games? Going into the 4th one, they're still with a 100% record. What has been ticking for them? Because I also understand key players are back for them as well.
Well, Impala for them, it's the structures and the systems which they have. Despite not playing with the likes of Onsomu, Anthony, and Dikisi, Samuel Olech, it's a structure in the system which is at Impala which has worked for them. That's why they've been able to grind out 3 victories. So it's a system and structures which are there. The players are able to come in, fit into a system, and play and be very, very competitive. So that is what has worked for them, and they've also, I think, been very clinical. We saw last week that pass from Strathmore Leos went into an Impala hand, Edwin Anya, and he was able to go all the way to the try line. So that's what has been able to win for Impala. Yes.
What should Impala do different this time around? Because last time out against Strathmore Leos, it was an intense last few minutes because Strathmore Leos were at the end.
For like
a whole
when they're 22 years, actually
exactly.
in their 5 years.
What do you think they should correct right now going into this game based on the last match they played? Impala
should just be more clinical. I mean, they missed, I think, 2 or 3 penalties last week. Had those 3 penalties gone in, then probably, even if Strathmore scored, it would have been probably a late consolation. So Impala should just be able to be clinical when they get those 3 points, those penalties, take the chances. Remember also, they also need to be very clinical in the red zone because 2 passes were forward passes. Had those 2 passes not been forward and Ongo had been able to score those 2 tries,
2 more tries,
we could be talking something different. So
even a bonus point.
But probably they would have won that game with a bonus point. But it's not all about being clinical in the red zone and being able to take those chances, by the way. Yes.
The second match of the day, KCB against Quins. How do you think Curtis is feeling right now, having some of his best players back?
I think he's very happy. He's very, I think, satisfied. You know, having your experienced players who have been playing for the Kenya Simbas back just means you that they bring that edge, they bring that extra factor in you, and they're able to win you the game at all costs. You saw the game against Mwamba. By halftime, they're already leading 26-3, which in the 15th game is already done and dusted. So if they can bring that intensity and physicality which they brought against Mwamba, then they should be able to win that game. By the way, they should be able to beat Quins as long as they can dominate up front, win the collision points, win the breakdowns. Then I think they'll have a little bit more extra than what Quins can bring on the table.
And very quickly, how should a team like Quins prepare for a team like KCB?
Well, Quins is just able to take the chances, try and maybe take the ball to the backs because they have the better backs than Quins. Then also be able to win that battle up front, by the way, and they should be able to be very clinical and take the chances. This is going to be Quins' hardest game of the season that they played. You know, they've beaten Homeboys last week. They won the opening game against Mwamba. They also had a man like in the bin. Then they lost to Oilers. But this game against against KCB, of the 4 they have played, this is going to be the toughest game they have played so far of the season. Yes.
All right. As you can see, we are a few minutes away from kickoff. Very quickly, the good thing is the clouds have cleared. The sun is out. It's been a rather wet morning. What do we expect in terms of the 2 games and results? Very quickly, predictions.
Moha, you're putting me on the spot. I think Impala should beat Mean Machine, and I just think KCB should just edge Quins maybe 3 or 4 points. Yes.
All right. That's the word from William Juguna. We are a few minutes away from kickoff. The first game live on Bamba Sport is, of course, Mean Machine against Impala Saracens. Enjoy some good rugby.
Join me, Mohammed Abubakar, on Football 254 every Tuesday from 8:30 p.m. only on Bamba Sport, your home of true fans.
20 teams. Over 300 rising stars. And tons of stunning goals.
Oh, what about
Raw, uncut, and true to the game. It's the true spirit of Kenyan football. The National Super League, live on Bamba Sport, free for life.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kenya Cup Match Day 4, coming to you from the RFUA ground. Two fixtures on the cards, the 2 p.m. kickoff pitting the 1977, 89 and 1990 Kenya Cup champions, Mean Machine from the University of Nairobi, playing against 10-time Kenya Cup champions Impala Saracens, who last claimed this title in the year 2009. Later on at 4 p.m. we do have the big one, undoubtedly the clash of the weekend. Kenya Harlequin lying in 5th place with 8 Kenya Cup titles behind them, up against 6-time winners and current defending champions KCB. That match kicks off at 4 p.m. But in our picture there we see Impala in the red and white, Mean Machine in the traditional blue shirts and black shorts, just getting out of the tunnel, bracing themselves for Kenya Cup Match Day 4 action. And joining me in the commentary booth is none other than the one, the only, the legendary William Juguna.
Thank you very much, Michael Kwambo. Match Day 4 of the 2018-2019 Kenya Cup season. Mean Machine and Impala. Just to remind our viewers that this is the first Kenya Cup game, or the first club game I watched way back in 1995 at the Impala Floodlights. I'll not tell you my age, but it was many years ago in 1995, which is exactly 23 years ago. So, Mean Machine versus Impala. And in the previous years, Mean Machine have been a thorn in the flesh of Impala when it comes to the Kenya Cup. And this contest should be quite competitive. Remember, Impala have a chance to go top of the table for a couple of few hours before Cabras play Strathmore at the cage in Madaraka. Just remind you of the other fixtures of the day, of course, at 4 p.m. coming on live on Bamba Sport will be the match between the champions KCB and the home team Harlequins. And then in the other fixtures of the day we do have Cabras at Madaraka against Strathmore, and Menengai Oilers taking on Homeboys in Nakuru, and Nakuru RFC at home to Black Blood. So those are your fixtures of the day. Match Day 4 of the 2018-2019 Kenya Cup season, and we do have the first of our doubleheader about to kick off here. Remember, the conditions on the pitch, very slippery, very wet. We've had heavy downpour in this part of the city, or in Nairobi, for the better part of the morning. So how will the two teams play their strategies in order to gain a win? As the center referee there, Peter Leo, just ensuring that things are good to go.
Indeed, and lining up for Mean Machine, Ben Mwangi, Adam Mugo, Ian Wando, Dominic Mugendi, James Oloch, Ben Kanyi, Brian Koina, Shadon Monoko, Marvin Karungi, Bruce Odhiambo, Alfred Orege, Murimi Morris, Festus Shiasi, Dennis Nyongesa, and Eric Mudhama. The replacements: Philip Antonio, Ruben Oroko, Aaron Otieno, Henry Rabach, Brian Marube, Antonio Bonyo, Bala Onyango, and Yasmin Otachi. When lining up for the Saracens, Emmanuel Omondi, Joshua Matasi, Kelvin Rono, Davis Makori, who is back after missing last weekend's encounter, Shem Angugo, Tyson Okoth, Elvis Oroko, Steve Sharma, Xavier Bet, Mark Kwemoi, Derek Mayar, Paul Mutami, George Okoa, Edmond Anya, and Vincent Mosi. On the replacements bench, Wambiri Chege, Daniel Ndome, Edwin Gatungo, Paul Muriuki, Samson Onsomo, Quinto Ongo, Antonio Dhiambo, and Mike Munywa. As play kicks off here, early moments, it is a line-out throw for Impala Saracens in the red and white strip. Min Machine in their blue strip with white hoops and black shorts.
Min Machine playing from left to right, and Impala playing from right to left. As Joshua Matasi takes this line out throw for Impala. Tries to get Tyson Okoth there, but it's won there by Kelvin Rono, who had a very good game last week against Strathmore Leos. Xavier Bet already giving that ball to Shema Agungo. Kwemoi finds Mutami. Mutami cleans out the pass to that man there is Vincent Mose, and Edwin Anya is there. Gives the ball to the man in jersey number 13, George Okoa, but Okoa. And there was a foot in touch there by Edmond Anya. Remember, another try scorer last week. The only try that Impala scored as they beat the Saracens, as they beat Strathmore Leos by 16 points to 9. A violent effort by the Saracens, with Strathmore camped in their 5-yard for almost 10 minutes in the later stages of that game. So it will be a line out throw for Min Machine. Adam Mugo.
And you know, William, just looking at the weather conditions, I know you talked about it in the pre-match analysis, but it's great to see the sun out over the RFU ground and over parts of Nairobi. It has been a gloomy morning, some of us heavily dressed and unable to change as we are now in the commentary booth. Just hope the action hots up as well on the field of play.
Penalty to Min Machine there. I think early engagement from Impala Saracens at the scrum down. Sharad Munoko, part of the Kenya 7 squad, wanted to go quickly there, but just restrained by his scrum of Marvin Karungi, as Bruce Jambo just takes play back to the center. Early days yet, 2.5 minutes gone here at the RFU ground in the first of our double header, match day 4. Impala Saracens against Min Machine.
Remember, the Saracens have had a perfect start to the season. Close wins, though. They started with an 18-15 win over Kenyatta University Black Blood before edging out Nakuru 26 points to 22. And then last weekend's 16-9 win over the Strathmore Leos at the Impala Club. Min Machine, on the other hand, making a return to the Kenya Cup after being relegated at the close of the 2016-2017 season. And this is a line break there, looking promising for Min Machine, but a handling error there that just cost them. The man in shirt number 13, Festus Shiasi, was unable to field that pass from his inside center, Morris Murimi.
Good play there from Min Machine. Very good line out, won and contested. And a very good break there from Morris Murimi. Shiasi just couldn't get a hold onto that ball. And danger signs already there for Impala. This match won't be a stroll in the park for them. Min Machine already, having played 3 games, have won 1, lost 2, lost to Cabras and lost to Black Blood. The only win coming against Strathmore Leos, as Xavier Bet feeds that ball into the scrum. It's a very powerful scrum coming in from Impala there, and Steve Sharma is controlling that ball at the back of the scrum. It's actually not Steve Sharma, but it's Duncan Ekasi. So Impala with a late change there. Duncan Ekasi starting at number 8, one of the veterans in this team for Impala, has also been capped by the Kenya Simbas, one of the long-serving players at Impala, and also an alumni of Lenana School many years ago. Kwemoi with a kick, and doesn't find touch. It's fielded there by Alfred Orege. Orege now going on the counter, but once again another dropped ball from Min Machine. I hope it will not be the story of Min Machine for the 80 minutes here. Already 2 dropped balls in the opening 10 minutes, and promising positions all going astray.
Probably a lot of anxiety, a lot of anticipation. Just see that again. That's a ball that should have been easily fielded by the player and, you know, attacking that space going forward, but it results in a break in play. It is Impala's scrum feed. Xavier Kipngetich Bet, what a season he's had. Captained the Kenya under-20s to 2nd place at the Rugby Africa Under-20 Championship, and then made his full senior debut this past season with the Kenya Simbas. He was a regular for quite a number of their matches in the Rugby Africa Gold Cup, where the Simbas finished 2nd to Namibia. This is Duncan Ekasi with the pick to Xavier Bet. attacks that space. Do they have numbers arriving in numbers? But the referee Peter Leo is playing advantage. He indeed awards the penalty to Mean Machine. Some respite there for the boys from the University of Nairobi grounds.
Early days yet in this game, a bit scrappy from both sides. We haven't seen any phases of play coming from either side. Don't know if it's the conditions with the ball handling.
They're actually backing themselves to go for goal. This is quite a distance, almost close to the middle of the park. We did see Trevor Asena kick over the winning penalty for the University of Nairobi against Kenyatta University during the Varsity League. That was close to a month ago. But he's not the man tasked with the kicking duties at this particular moment. Still a mighty stretch. But you can see the ambition from Mean Machine early on. It is the man in shirt number 13, Alfred Festus Shiesi. I beg your pardon, not Alfred Orege, which was the name about to roll off my tongue.
Yeah, Festus Shiesi with the kick. It's a very huge kick. It's almost from 50 meters out. And it doesn't have the legs to go all the way. And Vincent Mose just allows it to go out of play. So it will be a 22-meter dropout. Vincent Mose, one of the experienced players in the Mean Machine, in the Impala side, having also had stints with Nakuru RFC and also in Uganda with Heathens.
And I'm sure fans in Uganda who are tuned in, the likes of Ramsey Olinga, Peter Ofong, catching this live stream, definitely is refreshing to see Vincent Mose, who has had a stint in the Ugandan League as well, in action this afternoon. This is Mark Kwemoy just bracing himself for that. It is almost touched down there, and the ball is claimed by Mean Machine. This is going to be the opening try, is it? That is a searching run. Mean Machine are sniffing blood. That was Brian Marube with that steal. After Mark Kwemoy's 22 dropout kick was charged down. Mean Machine just need to exercise patience here. Impala, we saw them defend with their lives last week against the Strathmore Leos. They find themselves under the cosh early on. This is Festus Shiasi electing to go into contact. That is a strong run from the outside center. The numbers are arriving there for Mean Machine. They do well to field that ball. They keep it alive. No handling errors. This is Alfred Orege. This is a promising period for Mean Machine. They have Impala on the cosh. Spread the ball out wide. And that was Adam Mugo. Lots of questions being asked, and that is Brian Marube once again. Another strong carry, strong defense coming through from Impala though. Machine, they do have Impala on the ropes early on. Can they be able to translate this pressure and this possession into points? That was Ben Kanyi, the latest man to carry that ball forward for Mean Machine. They are agonizingly close to the try line. The ball is spread out wide. This is Festus Shiasi. That looked like a hallelujah pass, but Alfred Orege said amen and gathered that ball. Festus Shiasi again, he has been busy in the opening moments of this game. Beautiful change of direction, desperate defense coming through from Impala. This is Alfred Orege. Does he power his way over the line? He does. The game's opening try has been scored by Alfred Orege and William Juguna. From that error by Mark Kwemoy on the restart, on the 22 dropout, ball charged down by Brian Marube, and Mean Machine making heavy weather of it, but eventually getting the try.
Finally, well deserved there for Mean Machine. They've actually kept the ball, done a couple of phases so far, and they get the opening try there. Well deserved try, well worked try, and it all started with that charge down on Mark Kwemoy. Remember, Impala also had a very slow start against Strathmore Leos, only that the Leos could not punish them. But finally, that try having scored there by Alfred Orege, and Mean Machine with the early lead there. They get the try, and now the conversion kick to come here from looks like the try scorer Alfred Orege will be lining up this conversion kick. And a very good start for Mean Machine. This is the start they needed just to give them hope, to give themselves hope of winning this game and put pressure on Impala. And the conversion kick is wide. Actually, Antonio Bonyo with that conversion kick and not Alfredo Rege. So it's Mean Machine leading by 5-0 here in this opening 10 minutes of this game. Match day 4, double header here, the RFUA ground. It's Mean Machine leading Impala by 5-0.
And talk about seizing the opportunity, because remember, it was Impala who started with the intent visiting the Machine half, but once Machine got into the Impala half and into the Impala 22, they ensured that they were going to leave with 5 points, and they are playing with their tails up at the moment. Ball is punted downfield by Bruce Odhiambo.
Peter Leo has called back for an infringement there.
As Impala do have a man down, being attended to by the experienced Christopher Makachia, over 20 years with Impala Saracens. Also had stints in football with AFC Leopards and the national team, Harambee Stars. Truly dedicated to the game, truly dedicated to sport. Just catch a glimpse of part of the Impala technical bench in our picture there. You can see former Kenya international Neto Simiu. You can also see current Kenya scrum half Samson Onsomu with the unkempt hair. I'm not too sure if that's a hairstyle, but if you are in an institution of learning, it will probably be referred to as unkempt hair.
So Marvin Karungi to feed this ball into the scrum for Mean Machine. They have their tails up. They lead by 5-0. A try scored by Alfredo Rege. Karungi wins that ball at the base and gives it to Bruce Odhiambo, and Odhiambo just puts the ball downfield. A very good kick chase coming in from Mean Machine, and already at a turnover, that ball was lost by Impala. It was seized by an Impala player, actually George Okoa, but there was a handling error and a knock-on. So it's going to be Mean Machine ball. They have their tails up already so far, playing the much better rugby, and they lead on the scoreboard by 5-0. Still a long way to go.
And just a confirmation of the lineup for Impala. We had mentioned Joseph Shemangugo as being one of the starters, but it is actually Edwin Gatungo who has started ahead of Shem Angugo. Edwin Gatungo in shirt number 5.
Good decent scrum coming from Impala there, and Shadon Munoko just tries to get some time there, but it's good clean-up play coming in from Mean Machine. And Odhiambo is able to buy the ball. Ed Vandanya slipped and fell there, and they are going to recycle this ball. But once again, another knock-on coming in from Impala. Knock-ons are really slowly building up into Impala's play. That should be the third or fourth knock-on we are seeing from Impala. They're yet to get into a rhythm, into a groove in this encounter here at the RFUA ground. "14 minutes gone. Mean Machine leading by 5-0. Marvin Karungi to fit this ball into the scrum here. Conditions underfoot very wet, very slippery. And Mean Machine, and here comes Shadon Munoko, goes to Bruce Odhiambo at the fly half position. Odhiambo carries the ball hard and strong. Odhiambo again finds Orege. Actually Orege now carries the ball hard and strong into the 22 now. It's Mean Machine asking all the questions. Karungi gives it to Manning, just the number 18, Aaron Otieno. Karungi again goes for quick recycle of the ball from the breakdown. Finds Obonyo. Obonyo now finds Manning, jersey number 12, Murimi Morris. Machine knocking on the door here, looking for try number 2. Karungi tries to offload there, and it's all Mean Machine. They are playing the ball intelligently, working through the phases. Can they get a second try this afternoon? It's all Mean Machine here. They've started with so much aggro, and as Adam Mugo goes into contact there, and the ball has been lost, but the referee says illegally. It will be a Mean Machine ball here, and they've opted not to go to the corner. That was a penalty. And we're not able to. Peter Lee, the referee, just saying that Impala guilty of not allowing the tackler to release the ball.
And William, what an opening quarter over now it has been for Mean Machine. From that early pressure from Impala, they've actually taken the game by the scruff of the neck, dominating in territory and possession. And they are looking the sharper side, I must admit, after the opening 15 minutes. But remember, we still do have all of 65 minutes to play, including the second half. And things could turn around.
So Marvin Karungi with the scrum put in. It's a 5-yard scrum here in Impala territory, deep in their own half. Munoko wasn't the very best, but Murimi is able to get it. Carries the ball hard and strong. Tracks 3 or 4 Impala defenders. Karungi now gives it to Obonyo. Obonyo, can he go? Gives it, offloads it, and that is try number 2. Try number 2 for Mean Machine. Try has been scored there by Aaron Otieno. Actually, Shadon Munoko. Jersey numbers really confusing everyone, but the referee has said that there won't be a try. That was a forward pass. Munoko thought he had scored try number 2, but the referee, very hawk-eyed, spotted a forward pass in the build-up to that second try, and it's going to be advantage to Impala. They will be able to clear the lines here, probably try and build something. They have been under the cosh in this opening 17 minutes so far from Mean Machine, so the try has not been given. Xavier Bet, here comes Ekasi. Bet, Gatungo. Impala trying to build play from their own half here, and they've lost the ball again. Karungi finds a man in jersey number 6. Karungi again, they switch passes, and that should be a knock on there from man in jersey number 13, Festus Shiasi. Impala living dangerously. And there was a forward pass, a couple of centimeters behind, and Shadon Munoko would have gotten Impala's, our Mean Machine's, second try of the afternoon. But as we speak, it is still 5-0 to Mean Machine. They have their tails up. They are playing the better rugby so far, dominating possession and territory. Mean Machine, actually Impala, just trying to find their footing in this game as Bet feeds their ball into the scrum. Controlled very well there by Ekasi. Now here comes Bet. Bet going. He needs support here. Bet once again. It's a good run from Bet. Oh, and it's been lost there by Bet. He tried to look for an offload, but a very good run there from Bet. He tried to look for support from his back line there, but a very good line break there coming in from Xavier Bet. The support play there from Impala, not the very best, but they're able to eat up a couple of meters, and now play will go back. It'll be Mean Machine who will have to do a defense. Will have to do defend. Actually, he was looking for Edmond Anya to run that line very well, but he gets a second bite of the cherry. Good decent scrum coming in from Impala, and the ball being controlled there by Duncan Ekasi, and he loses the ball there in contact yet again. But I don't know if the referee will give. It will be a penalty to Impala. I think he was playing advantage there. Impala just dominating scrum time, but the ball handling will have to be better if they're to